Greetings. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be starting a new how-to series on how to configure DMR radios. I'm going to be using this Baofeng DM32 UV. This is a pretty decent radio. It's not the greatest thing in the world, but it does work. It does do DMR. It's got nice clear audio, which as you know is a big feature in DMR, and it does what it's supposed to do, and it does it pretty well. It does have some bugs in it, but you know, whatever. So I will be showing you how to configure today how to set up a private line or a private conversation between two DMR radios. As you know, a DMR radio requires either a repeater or a hotspot, which is sort of like a repeater. And in this particular case, I will be talking to my buddy Dave over in Williams, Arizona. I'm located in Flagstaff, Arizona, about a 45-minute drive. He has agreed to help me with some of my videos, so this will be the first one in which my buddy Dave will be helping me out. What I will be doing is I'm going to start off with a clean, fresh radio, no configuration to it whatsoever, and then what I will do is I will show you how to set up a DMR private call in between the two radios. I'll show you how to configure it. There's three major steps, and then after the major steps, I will have Dave on the other end, and I'll give him a call. He'll give me a call. We'll talk back and forth a little bit, and then that'll be the end of the video. If you have any questions, make sure you put them in the comments section below. All right, so when I come back, we'll start off with a nice clean radio, and I'll show you how to do the configuration. Be right back. We are configuring the DM32 UV for a private call. Now, I am not going to show you how to configure your radio or your hotspot. It already needs to be configured. If you haven't already done so, please stop watching this and go find a video on how to configure your hotspot for the Brandmeister network. Yes, that's right, Brandmeister. My understanding is, and I could be wrong, is that the Brandmeister network is the only network that allows you to do private calls. So make sure your hotspot and your radio are already configured to work together, and that it's configured to work on the Brandmeister network. All right. So in order to configure your DM32 UV for working as or doing a private call, first of all, you need to have somebody to make the private call to. So you need to know who it is you're making it to, and you need to know their DMR ID number. And they need to configure their radio and hotspot exactly the same way you are configuring it. So make sure you guys get together and do this together. So this way it'll work the first time out. All right. So first thing you need to do is you need to create a contact, right? So you click on over here. See, I've got digital. Oh, and make sure that you've got your DMR ID and your name already. That's part of configuring your radio and your hotspot before you do all of this. All right, so go to digital right here and talk groups. Okay. Now you can either use an existing talk group or you can add one. Let's add one here. And what you do is you come here where it says contacts one and you just double click and you'll get a dialog box. Now here, this box right here is where you put either your talk group number or your DMR ID number. Excuse me, this is not your DMR ID number. This is the DMR ID number of the person you want to talk to. In this particular case, I want to talk to my buddy Dave Stockwell. His DMR ID number is 311-6879. So I put that in there, 311-6879. I give it a name and I'm going to call it Dave Stockwell. Okay, and then for type, it's not a group call, it's a private call. Okay, then you click OK. Now you've got your private call, Dave Stockwell. Next thing you do is you come down here, you got to create a channel. So you go to public and then channel. And again, you've already got a configured channel. You can either reconfigure that one or make a new one. Let's add a new one. And then you come up here where it says channel one, double click that, and you get this dialog box. On the channel name, I'm also going to name it the same thing as my my contact name, which is Dave Stockwell. All right. Then you put in your hotspot receive frequency. In this case, I'm using 440.95, and the transmit frequency the same, 440.95. Channel type, digital. And then pretty much everything is going to be default. It defaults to low power. Make sure you keep it at low power. If it doesn't default to that, make sure you make it low power. I don't use a scan list. I always say always with the transmit admission. Emergency system is none. Squelch level, APRS error. While I was making the original video. And the original error that I made is that I used this PX contact right here. I left it at none. Can't do that. Got to make it Dave Stockwell. No receive group. Color code, I always use 1 and a time slot of 2. Make sure your buddy also uses color code 1, time slot 2 when he's configuring his to talk to you. And then, of course, I make sure my DMR ID is correct with my call sign and my name. And APRS report channel always defaults to 1. Make sure all of these boxes are unchecked. Make sure all of these boxes are unchecked. When you're done, click OK. All right. The last thing you need to do is create a zone. So you come back up here to public and then zone. You already have one configured. It depends on what it may be, but in this case, I'm going to add one. Okay. And I'm going to create from zone 1, I'm going to make a new zone. So you double click and you get this dialog box. And I'm going to give the zone name, I'm going to call it private. All right. In my private zone, I'm going to add my channel name, which is Dave Stockwell. So you highlight it and click the right button. And I'm going to take out this other one because I don't want it in there. You highlight the one you don't want and you click the left button. Okay, now you've got the private zone configured with one channel member, which is your guy, Dave Stockwell. All right, you click OK. And if you want to make it default to your private zone, you can say that this is your current default private and the current channel default is Dave Stockwell. You can do that for your VFOB, VFOA and B. All right. Now, what do? Now you've got to, and I always save this. Okay, now it's saved. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to write it to the radio. You make sure in your COM settings that they are correct, which they are. And then you come over here to program and you click write data. Make sure your radio is turned on and I'm waiting for it to boot up. And then I click digital contacts and I click OK. And it does work very well. When it reaches the end, it will say successful. All right, so here we go. Write successful, click OK, click close. All right, your radio will now reboot and it will be in the private zone and your buddy's name will be there. It should be right there at the very beginning. All right, when you come back, I'll show you how to make a private call to your buddy between you and him. All right, be right back. KD6ENW, this is NADAV. Dave, are you out there listening?
NADAV, this is KD6ENW. Go ahead, Dave.
Well, you're sounding really good over here, man. I'm on my external speaker mic as well, so it's not quite as good as the internal speaker, but you're sounding great, man. How am I sounding out over there?
You're sounding loud and clear, and definitely have no problems with receiving you. Over.
Yeah, roger that. Yeah, I really appreciate you helping me out with this, man. This is a big project for me, and it's something new for me I've never done before. So, I love the fact that we can have a private conversation, and nobody really can understand what it is we're saying because of the digital factor. The DMR stuff. Because when you listen to it on analog, it just sounds like noise. So. Um, Really happy about all that, and I do appreciate you again helping me with this. And I'll say thank you again, and I'll let you go. I just wanted to just test this out, make sure it's working good. Anyway, KD6ENW, this is N8DAV. Thanks a lot, Dave. I really appreciate it, man. I'll call you a little bit later this afternoon on the landline.
Okay, Dave, no problem. My pleasure. Definitely talk to you later. Have a good afternoon. N8DAV, this is Kilo Delta 6, Echo November Whiskey. Talk to you later, Dave. Have a good one. Bye-bye.
All right, as you saw, this DM32 UV Baofeng radio works and sounds really pretty good. On DMR, it's excellent. So it's nice, clear, crisp sound. I mean, it both transmits and receives well. I was using an external speaker mic, and if you're wondering, it's a Calm Mountain speaker mic, and yes, it does work very well. But So that's how you configure a private call on DMR with the Brandmeister network using a Baofeng DM32 UV. I If you have any questions or any comments, please leave them down in the comments section. I'd really appreciate it. And if you like my content, please consider subscribing to my channel and clicking on the bell icon so you get notified of any new videos that I release. Okay, all right. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I really do appreciate it. My name is Dave. I'm with Ham Radio GMRS Test and Review. Call sign is N8DAV, and the motto for my channel is one test is worth 1,000 expert opinions. This is Dave saying 73.